My name is Omar Badsha. I'm a South African artist and photographer. When I was asked to put together an exhibition, I just went to my archive and decided to choose work that I've been doing over the years, but at the same time, I want to expand it. I want to, because it's the beginning of a book project, and a large exhibition project. So I was on the deadline, and so quickly went into my archive and chose images. So it's an extension of my ongoing project, one of which is to look back on the liberation struggle in my country, which I have extensively documented. And I was also a participant in the struggle. Well, firstly, the work that I did and the work that is on show is on women in the liberation struggle. Well, one of my projects for myself is to go back and look at what I had done and reimagine it for a new audience, because people would not understand the circumstances under which the photographs were taken. But the women's role in the liberation struggle, or the workers' role in the liberation struggle, or the youth, are all of the themes or sub-themes and all of the things that I was involved in or had close association. And so I photographed like normally what a good photographer would do, carry his or her camera and just go with the flow of things. Today they've become documents, an archive, but more than that, a record of that period. We grew up in a very divided, very racist society, where the issue of one's personality, dignity, is always under threat, always been, been undermined by the state. The challenge was how to photograph what was happening around me in a way that showed that people were not just accepting of their situation, because we were always represented as downtrodden with no agency. Here was a way of showing agency. And I've never been on assignment for any newspaper, magazine, because there were not many of those assignments. Most of the work was done in the process of struggle. Yes, I was instrumental, together with a few others, in setting up a photographers collective, teaching people photography, distributing the work locally and internationally. Well, firstly, to take the photograph under very difficult circumstances. And when you are in a situation, there's always the security police, the secret police around, or the uniform police around, who try to harass you. But there were people like myself that they were pinpointed. So you always were under they focused on you. So you're always continuously on the move, trying to duck and dive, but also to continue taking pictures. There were many things. It was not an easy, it was hard times. A lot of my comrades were killed because they were not just photographers, but they were part of the armed struggle. They were part of the underground, like I was. And so, what motivated? Well, once you get onto the train, you can't get off until you win the struggle. But as I said, most of our lives, most of us lived under a system that denied us our humanity. We were restricted to going to schools that were either Muslim, Hindu, Black, Indian, African, colored schools, and white schools. We were segregated from the time we were born to the time we die. We also, everything was determined by a law. The state determined you as a second-class citizen. So you grew up, and then you had to overcome those divisions. You don't want to be caught in them. You need to liberate yourself. And so for me, art and photography was a way of asserting my own, existence. And to use my work as a way of making people aware, as an instrument of education, popular education. So I've done many things. I'm also trade union leader, troublemaker on the streets, artist and photographer. So you can't get off once you get on that train.